Stu here with Elune. We're going to be going over how to get more DPS out of your champions. These are my strongest ones. It auto-populates when I hit auto. Are they really that good together? Do they work well together? We're going to go over souls, how to get them, and we're going to talk about how to get more DPS, more damage, and not die out of all your team. So we're going to go ahead into this one right here. Stage 4 of this boss, just so I can show you how do you get your souls, how do you do your turns. Do not auto stuff. If you're dying, that is why. Do it manually. Get to know all your abilities your heroes have, all their passives they have. How do you accumulate souls? How do you swap in and out heroes, and how often you can do it. So we're going to start off right here. 6 turns until your next soul. So my guys are going to take, we're starting out with my healer here. We're going to need to take a whole rotation of all my guys taking turns all the way back 1 2 3 4 5 to my healer, and then we're going to get plus 8 souls. So right now we're at 5. We could do an ability. I'm covering up with my head right now. That's okay. You can see that it's not grayed out. We could heal somebody right now and put a barrier up on them. We don't need to. All skill ones for healers can either heal somebody, you can target your own ally, or you can target the enemy. We're going to target the enemy. Nobody is low on life. And there we go. So we have 5 souls. We can do somebody special. The middle one is called a special. The last one is called an ultimate. When you do an ultimate, and you have to have 6 souls to do it, it will always go on a 2-turn cooldown unless it says otherwise. This one says that 50% chance of resetting a cooldown when you defeat an enemy inflicted with blaze. Well, we're not going to defeat this boss right now. We're not just going to one-shot him, so it doesn't really matter. But this is the only way to reset an ultimate. If there's an ultimate that has a special way of putting it back on reset, then that's the only way. Otherwise, you're going to go on a 2-turn cooldown. I forgot about that. I guess it showed us in the other stuff, but I wasn't totally sure, so I just wanted to go over it with you. What I want to do here is I want my healer to do an AoE heal and put up barriers, because the first move this guy's going to do is a big hit. Now this guy Boulder here, he'll do the pincer attack that'll put a damage over time, the blaze on the enemy, as long as it's not resisted. And then he has the special ability that will do an AoE to everybody with a little bit less damage and also apply the blaze. But if this is on auto, he will do this move. There's no reason to do this move. There's no reason to waste our souls. Do an AoE damage effect. It does less to this boss when there's not a whole bunch of mobs. There's not a whole bunch of enemies on the screen. So we're going to do skill 1. It costs nothing. Hopefully we'll get to put blaze on damage over time. We did. It's really small. Let me try to push it. There we are. It's going to do damage immediately upon receiving a turn. This is really good. Those damage over times really add up. It's good to have. Now, Popo and Pepe, they have curses, right? So if I did their ultimate, I could apply a curse on somebody, and their special does damage, and then we'll apply another curse if there's already a curse on them. So they're really not good in my team. I don't have a whole bunch of curses going on. I'm going to have to do their ultimate first, and then I'm going to have to come back and do their special, which is going to cost a lot. And really, they're kind of like, the ultimate is an AoE effect. Is it really doing that much damage? It's magic. My girl Caroline over here also has a debuff she can apply on the boss that will lower, here I'm going to go ahead and do the ability, that will lower the boss's resistance to magic attack by 50%, I believe it is. Here, we'll read it right now. So she'll channel for 1 turn, and then she'll do this move that hits really hard. And when the attack lands as a crit, it inflicts nature effect that causes blaze, so we get another damage over time, and a weakening effect that reduces magic defense by 50%. So anybody who does magic on my team, which is the 2 twins and my healer, everybody else does physical damage for the most part. Physical damage here. No, this is actually magic damage. Okay, so it does apply for herself. So she's doing magic damage. That's good. But again, it's just things you need to know about your team. How many of my teammates are actually doing magic damage? Is it really good to have this? Of course, it's good for her because it applies for herself, and it would apply for my twins there. It wouldn't apply for Boulder, my tank, or my healer. No, it would apply for my healer. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're getting off track. It's just about making sure that you have the right comp and you're looking at your abilities, because we're so used to just autoing right away. So my swap turn is grayed out over here. Swap turn is going to refresh every time you get a souls. You do the whole rotation of the 5 souls down here in the bottom, and you get a fresh refund. So right now we're going to get plus 8 souls in just a minute. We need plus 6 to be able to do our AoE heal. So we're just going to go over here and do our basic attack. It's not going to cost any souls. We do our basic attack. Now, We're not going to have 6 when my healer's turn comes up because it's going to be right after him that all this refreshes. So right now I'm just going to show you a taunt. If the taunt takes, the enemy is going to do an AoE attack. In some games when you do a taunt, the enemy will only attack that person. They won't actually do whatever move they have available, but not in this game. So we're going to go ahead and try to test it out so you can see it yourself. Let's see if we get this taunt up. We do. Right there you can read what the taunt does, but it didn't matter. He went ahead and did his AoE anyways, so just pay attention to that. So now we're just going to go ahead and cycle through some skills. We could have healed somebody right there lightly. We're going to go ahead and do, we have +9. If you saw there, the souls refreshed, and now we have a swap turn. So really, if my guys were low enough right now and I was really worried about dying, we could say, okay, I'm not going to do Boulder's turn. I'm not going to try to apply another debuff. Actually, let's do it. Let's skip it when we have the twins because we don't really need them to do any of their curses or waste any of their abilities. So let's swap right now. Let's swap over to our healer. You saw that swap. Now, bam, it's his turn. We have 9 souls. This is going to cost 6 and put it on a 2-turn cooldown. Here we go. We're doing an AoE heal and we're doing barriers on everybody. So now we don't have to worry about the boss doing massive damage to us. And then now we're down to 3 souls. We're going to have plus 12 souls added to whatever we have, 3. Or if we, yeah, we're going to have 3. We're not going to be using any others. All the other ones take 4 or 6. There are some champions who have specials that take 2 that I've seen. So she is stunned for now. So we're all just going to be going through, rotating through our basic attacks. And then right after this, right now we're about to get 12 souls. So now we have 12 souls and we have swap turn up again. So now you can swap turn. So every time you get a refresh of your souls, you take those 5 turns. On the 6th turn, we're about to get 16 souls next time. Whatever, we can use all of ours right now. That's fine. We're going to replenish fully. We can swap at any time right now in between all this. And then once we refresh again, we'll have swap back up again. So that's how often you can use swap, and that's how often you get your souls. So right now we have a lot of souls. We can go ahead and do his main attack. But I like this one that applies Blaze. I like his main attack that hits and has a chance to apply Blaze. His ultimate will hit very hard. But right now, look at, we've got 3 Blaze damage over times up on the boss, which do a lot of deep damage. We're going to try to taunt again, except this time the boss will attack him if he takes the taunt and doesn't resist. Okay, we do have it. So we taunted. Now we're on our tank. That's good. We have 11 souls left, so that's just kind of things you got to keep in mind. I have 11 souls left. What do I need? Who do I have coming up? We can see our turn over there. We know our healer is going to go after Popo and Pepe, and then we know after that we're going to have this guy come. Now you can long pause Balder. You can long pause on any of the portraits, or you can actually do it for the champions themselves, the heroes. You can. I'm pausing right now on the on my tank, and it will bring up their skills, but it won't tell you that they're on. It won't tell you that they're on cooldown. So you can read over their passives, get to know their passives. You can read over their specials and their ultimates. But unfortunately with the ultimate, I wish it would show you 1 or 2 turns. In case you forgot, what is it on cooldown? Maybe that's something we can get added to the game later on. So here we are. We're going to go to these 2. And we're going to try to apply a curse. Let's try to apply some cool curse on this enemy and see what we get. We did. We applied Despair, which is a very good one. Cannot heal or receive buffs for 3 turns. This is a very good curse, so we're going to try to get another Blaze up here, resisted, and we are going to, let's try to lower his resistance, his magic resistance, magic defense, so we can do more damage with Caroline, with Popo Pepe, and with our healer here. So we're going to do a team-wide AoE again, heal and barriers, so... and then now we just really need to start laying into the damage. That's it. So, oh yeah, we have a curse up. So this one will do damage and has a 100% chance to cause a random curse effect for 3 turns. So we're going to see if this doesn't get resisted. And if we wanted to, again, we could swap. We could do it at the end. We did get a cool curse. I haven't actually seen this one before. Let's see what this one does. What was it? Petrify. Okay. Actions disabled. Become immune to all status effects, but receive soul damage when hit 3 turns. Will this really work on a boss? Will this boss be petrified for 3 turns? I mean, he looks like he is. He looks like he's getting the effect right now. So we're going to continue to do that, and we're just going to pay attention. Here she goes. She was on her cooldown to do this. Her special. Did she apply her? I'm trying to see if I see the increase to curse resist. I don't see the resistance for her. I don't think she got it. To lower his resistance to magic damage by 50%. I don't think it landed. I don't see it on here at all. So it is down to 2. Yeah, Petrified is crazy. That is really powerful. Okay, we've got the ability to do more to proc more curses. Let's see what else we can get. Resisted, okay. So that was fun. I mean, it's fun to get random curses. It's really fun to know their abilities and whether they work well together and whether they're doing AoE and not a lot of damage or single target, depending on what you're fighting, just to get to know what is going on. I want to get closer to a full souls again so we can do, let's go ahead and do her ultimate. So we can swap out right at the end, and then I can show you that it comes back again and we can swap out immediately then if you needed to. There are a lot of situations where maybe you can stun if you have a champion that can stun. So you could stun really quick, swap out, stun again, or moves of that nature. So right now he's petrified. I've never had this happen before. I've never had petrified come up like this. So I am just going to continue to do my skill ones, go over here and maybe do another effect. I wonder if we can refresh something like that. Oh, we could swap out now because the next turn we're about to get 16 souls and it's going to refresh our swap. So just to show that, let's go ahead and swap out to Caroline. Now we swapped out to her. We're going to get her set up to do her skill, her special. That is on cooldown for a turn, or channeling for a turn, I should say. And then now we're going to get new souls, 16, and now we have swap up again. So we could swap these guys again and go to her and she would immediately fire, or we could go to somebody else to do some damage. Where is she? So we've got the, so next up on the turn meter down here, we have the boss going, we have our tank going, we have a healer going, and then we have her going. So let's just jump over to her. Let's swap again. So she can do her channel move that she's been holding up. Boom. A lot of damage. And now he is out of that petrify. Man, I need to look for people who can do petrify or do more curses like that, because that is really cool. This guy, the tank's taunt is good, and his AoE on his ultimate is good, but it's not good for a boss like this. So I want to do a review on all the tanks and all the other champions in the game and just go over more into detail of their moves that they have, their passives they have, and everything else. That's really all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. I'm going to do more videos on Elune. I really am enjoying Elune. They have a lot of abilities, a lot of passives, armor sets, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to put the above me is the big SG. You can subscribe. Please help support, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all on the next video.